I never yet imagined that I would have postpartum shedding until it actually happened. Welcome back to Johanna's Hair. I'm Johanna, and this channel here is all about my hair and hair. For those who do not already know, I had another baby just recently. Well, she's almost 6 months this month, and I think this is the first time I'm seeing it here on the channel. If you'd like to know more about my second pregnancy and most recent pregnancy, I'll link another channel or another video and another channel in which you could go and look at those videos about my pregnancy journey and just the fact that I'm starting all over again at the age of 41 with a brand new baby. Dejan is 16. He turned 16 in September for those who have been following me. Let's get into the video. In my previous video, I mentioned that I solved my hair shedding issues and that my hair stopped shedding. Soon after posting that video, I started experiencing postpartum shedding. Now, there are a lot of things I didn't understand about many things, and every day we learn more about ourselves and about just things that we didn't know that we should learn about. And postpartum shedding is one of those things. I just always thought that certain things were not limited to me, or I would never experience certain things, and we should never think like that. We should always go through life as humbly as possible because anything can happen to anyone. I'll give you a little backstory as to how we arrived here. All my life, I've been working on attaining long hair and I started this channel actually because it was a way for me to keep myself accountable for not cutting my hair off, because all throughout my life I've had a big chop so many times I lost count, right? So the last time I decided to never cut my hair off again, I said, you know what, let me upload a video to YouTube so that it could give me some amount of accountability in not cutting my hair off again. Since that time, I did cut my hair off several times, including last year, November. Now, the difference with when I cut my hair off last year, November, was that my hair, nothing was wrong with it. The only thing is that I identified why my hair was shedding and how I could keep my hair in my scalp to achieve long hair as a black woman. It was kind of tricky to style my hair with my silk pressed hair, because silk pressed hair that is kept in a silk press is totally different from natural hair that is not kept in a silk press. Your curls become very stretched and it just looks different. So I was like, okay, let me just cut most of the silk press ends off or hair off, and then I'll just again kind of not really start over because I didn't cut everything off, but I'll just turn a different page or a new page. I don't know what to call it. I did not put it here on the channel that I am cutting my hair off, or I didn't do a video or anything like that, because I've done that many times in the past before, and you know, I want to grow. I'm progressing, not regressing or going backwards, and I'll just give a video update as to why I cut my hair off last November. After cutting my hair off, my hair stopped shedding. When I wash my hair, detangle it from beginning to end, my entire wash day, literally I would just shed like a few strands. So I was like, okay, we're on a roll. I'm finally going to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish all these years for almost 2 decades. Then, of course, I'm pregnant while I'm doing all of this. I have the baby, I wash my hair, and I experienced a little bit more shedding than what I would have normally experienced. And I'm like, what's happening here? And I'm like, you know what? I just had a baby. Maybe it was the stress of having the baby. And then I didn't wash my hair for like 3 weeks. And I'm like, oh, let me wash it again to see what happens. So I washed it again, and so far so good. Just a few strands of hair came out of my hair. After that, I washed it a third time after having the baby, and that's when I knew that I was experiencing postpartum shedding. My hair would not stop falling out. I'm honestly surprised that I have so much hair on my head because I lost so much hair between May 2025 to now. We're in November now. Let's say to September, October, because the shedding has become way less than what it was in the beginning. And I'll tell you how I am perceiving postpartum shedding when it comes to your hair. And I'll tell you what I'm doing to stop the shedding or shed less hair. And I'll tell you what I'll continue to do and different things that I'll implement. The first thing with postpartum shedding, breastfeeding, is that you need to have proper nutrition. That's basically what I'm understanding by all of this. I'm just one person. This could look different for someone else or other women, but this is just my experience. And you could take my experience and make it yours and see if it works for you. I don't know if postpartum shedding happens only when people breastfeed or if it just happens because someone could just have a baby and the body could decide, hey, I'm gonna let the hair go, hey, I'm gonna keep the hair. With my first child, I didn't experience postpartum shedding. I breastfed him for 3 months and everything was okay. At least I don't remember. And honestly, over the course of my life, my hair has always shed too much in my estimation, as into why my hair never grew long. Even if it shed when I had my first child, I wouldn't even notice because I was so used to having my hair shed anyway. And I think for the average black person, they could say the same. How many times, especially as a child, as a black person, you're combing your hair and droves of hair are coming out and you don't feel anyway. But now that we know differently and we're older now, we're more educated and we're understanding our hair more, when you see a certain amount of hair come out of your scalp, you know that something is wrong. I'm also learning that nutrition is very important. And in breastfeeding, I'm learning that we need 5 groups of nutrition: proteins, carbs, healthy fats, minerals, and there are vitamins. Now, I was watching this video. I watch a lot of videos about a lot of things. The video was saying that when you're going to avoid postpartum shedding, let's say you know you're gonna have a baby. Let's say you're a planner and you know you're gonna have a baby. Start preparing your body nutrition wise 2 years in advance before you become pregnant. Why was I looking over here? You're gonna start preparing your body 2 years before you become pregnant. Then when you become pregnant, you continue taking certain nutrients, you continue eating a certain way. Then of course, if you're gonna breastfeed, you continue that, so on and so forth. I didn't know all of this before I was pregnant with my second child. And as a result, it's like you're breastfeeding, and the breastfeeding takes all the nutrients that your body has and just gives it to the baby. That's how I understand it. And as a result, your scalp lets the hair go because you don't have enough nutrients to suffice for what you need to go through. So when I found these things out, I'm like, okay, these are the things that I need. Of course, I need to not stop taking my prenatal. So I'm still taking, even though my daughter is almost 6 months old, I'm still taking prenatals. I have not been taking other vitamins. I'm not even going to get into that right now. That's not this type of video. But I've been taking prenatals. I've been eating a lot of vegetables. I don't even like fresh garden salads. It's not my thing, but because I need to change the way I eat to keep my hair in my scalp and I need to change what I do, okay, I'm doing all these things. So far, so good. I see where it has been working. The second thing that I believe is working, I follow this girl called, I think her name is Ebony, on Instagram, and she was saying for persons who are experiencing postpartum shedding, one of the things you need to do is wash your hair consistently. I've noticed that if I leave my hair for weeks at a time and not wash it, droves of hair come out of my scalp. And recently I took about 1 week to wash my hair and the hair shedding was not as bad. So I'm going to make an attempt to wash my hair maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I know that's a lot, especially for someone like myself, someone that looks like me, but I have to try and see if I could keep as much hair in my scalp as possible. But I really do think that the nutritious foods that I have been eating and the consistency of eating those foods, of course, I'm still taking the postnatal vitamins. I also take emergency. I take a pack a day. I've also been taking this electrolyte powdery drink. So things have been, I've been doing things to just minimize how much hair I shed. Now going forward, there are a long list of vitamins that I have written down that I would like to take, but I want to like get natural vitamins. I don't want synthetic vitamins, so I have to sit down and research and see which one is best for me. And then there are certain forms of vitamins that I cannot take because I'm so sensitive and it would break my face out. So that's the third thing that I'm going to do going forward. So that's where we're at now. That video that I'm supposed to put on the channel about how you could eliminate unnecessary hair shedding and grow long hair as a black person, especially, I cannot bring that video until I've gone past this phase. So I'll be putting other videos out. It just won't be that video just yet. Of course, if you're viewing this video and you're not yet subscribed, or you're here for the first time, you have to connect to me to ensure you see those future videos and to find out what I found out about how I got my hair to stop shedding, at least before I started my postpartum shedding. I guess that sums everything up, so I'll see you in the next video.